And so, what happened in the last Victory Road tournament? Let me explain. I should also pull up Victory Road July Challenge 2. Because there's way more to it than you might think. As you can see, there are like only 7 players that got prize money, okay? And that is due to the fact that the first player, the player who won it all, was a player who played under an account. Also, all thank you for a follow. Have you seen Vinland Saga? I dropped it. Honestly, I dropped it. But yeah, so what happened is that the first player, Oliver Escolin, was pretending to be another person. They played under another account. They played under they were not playing under their real name. So they faked their name, they faked their email, they faked literally everything. Okay, but how were we able to figure out that this was not a Mexican player which maybe just played their first tournament? How did we know that it actually was Oliver Escolin? There's a reason to it, and it's kind of funny because, do you see this? This was their team, okay? It's not the best quality, but you also see the in-game name, right? It's Mr. 305. I know that Vinland Saga's peak, but I dropped it, not because it was bad. I just have a bad connection to it because I only watched one anime at a time, and I watched it. I watched the first episode, and then my grandma died. It was like 2 years ago. And that's why I cannot watch Vinland Saga, because every time I try to watch it, I have to think of that time, and it's like, it's not traumatic, I think, but that's why I just cannot enjoy Vinland Saga at all. But it's like, I'm over it. It happens. But yeah, thank you, Chad. But do you see this? Mr. 305, Oliver Escoli, Mr. 305. This is weird, isn't it? And you also see, like, it's a top 16 in the GC with like only 80 championship points instead of, how many do you get nowadays? 130. So people realize that it is Oliver Escolin because of a GC maybe like 2 years ago, where Oliver Escolin played under the account Mr. 305, and this Mr. 305 guy now played this Victory Road tournament. So it all makes sense. Like, what are the odds that there's a second player with the in-game name Mr. 305, also with like the space between the R and the 3, no like dot or anything. So yeah, that's how people realized that it's Oliver Escolin. Lil Wayne, because it's important if you want to have like some high level practice, but you also don't want to, like, let's say Wolf plays under the name Wolf, okay? Then everybody would know, oh, it's Wolf, I will prepare my matchup plan against it. I mean, if you make it to finals, your team is out there anyways, but they just didn't want to be revealed. So that's why they played under a different name. The odds are there, but if you consider everything all together, it's a Mexican player that nobody ever heard of, and it's in the end, it was clear that it was Oliver Escolin. But it doesn't stop there. There are 3 more players that did out in the tournament, okay? And 2 of them are confirmed, 1 is not confirmed. Or like, 1 is confirmed, 1 is 99.5% confirmed, and 1 is, in my opinion, confirmed, but maybe not your opinion, okay? Lil Wayne, because Victory Road says that you have to put in your name, like, it's their rules. Yeah, I mean, if there are rules that it's forbidden, when you get disqualified. Like, rules are rules. But I understand that some people just say, yeah, ulting is fine. I also understand it. Not a big deal. I understand your opinion, but if there are rules, you still have to follow the rules. Anyways, that being said, will it have consequences? I mean, he got disqualified and didn't get like $830. Instead, those $830 will get put into the next Victory Road tournament. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't know if he's like banned for competing for Victory Road tournaments in the future, but that's all I know. Do we know the other 3 alts? That's where MDB, your hero, steps in. So first of all, there was an alt that was in the end not an alt anymore, because the winner here is Juan Salerno, right? But this Juan Salerno guy faked his identity as well, because he played under the name James from the US, which is both not correct. He's not like he obviously is not James, and he is not from the US. Why did he in the end not get disqualified, just like Oliver did? Those players were getting asked the question during the tournament, like when day 2 started or when Top Cut started and stuff. The staff actually asked the players, you either give us your true identity, because it was confirmed that they were an alt, like they knew who they were, but they wanted to hear it from themselves. So they said, you either tell us who you are or you get disqualified. And Juan folded under the pressure and said, okay, I'm Juan Salerno, I admit it. And then like Oliver Escolin said, hey, I'm still, I don't know what the name was, I'm still the Mexican guy. And then that's why he got disqualified in the end. And also it's bad for reputation. Like, let's say they allow alting, then there will be no big names playing those tournaments, and it's bad for like advertising, for their reputation, and like it's obviously not bad for reputation in terms of they get a negative impact just because there are alts, but obviously if there are good players participating and people see, oh, those good players are playing in those tournaments, they will get more players in the next time. Well, Mike, this is, I guess, this is easily detectable. Like, you can easily figure out if this is true or not. No, it's not hidden at all, B2K. Like, what should I say? I can show you the team, like, right now. Everybody has the team. It did not work, honestly. Let me find it. Here, this is the team. Is it hidden? Not really. Like, this is just a loss on everything. Like, you still made your team public. You didn't get any prize money. It's sad. But this is not where it ends, chat. There's been way more. So, the next player I will talk about. So we talked about Juan, who was a semi-alt, I would say. Also, why am I so red on the cam? Like, I look like a tomato. So, yeah, true. He's preparing for the Xerneas patch. But, so, the next player who alted is Wolf Glick. Wolf Glick was also participating in this Victory Road tournament. So how do people know that it is Wolf Glick? Let me explain. Chat. There was a player. I wrote it down, so let me look up what I wrote, okay? Because it all makes sense. So, first of all, there was a player called David, okay? And David had no in-game profile picture and no custom clothes. Sorry about that. No custom clothes, no profile picture. Doesn't mean a lot because sometimes people are just lazy, right? When you take a look at the team, and this team looks very Wolf-like, right? He played Cover Cloak Lunala at NAIC. It's Koraidon, Flutter Instant, Among Us. He also played Ozaluna at NAIC. This looks like a Wolf team. But this is like, obviously there are no grounds to say, okay, this is Wolfy, okay? It doesn't make sense to just accuse him of that, okay? But like, with the team, first of all, the team is very Wolf-like. Then he goes 6-1 in day 1, okay? He goes 6-1. And if you make it to day 2, your name will appear in the standings, which is pretty bad, right? Because Victory Road, July Challenge, as you can see, all the names get listed. So how do you make sure that your name doesn't get listed? Because even if you drop, as you can see here, 5-3 also gets listed. You have to get disqualified. And weirdly enough, Wolf, or I call him Wolf because I'm pretty sure it was Wolf, because he did get disqualified after he played, or during the stream match against Matt Maynard. Matt Maynard streamed it from his perspective, and also Salatin Sturm played against him. And I saw all the matches, and you know that whenever Wolf plays on stream, I know what he's doing. And this player played exactly like Wolf does. Still, it's just assumptions, right? There's no proof. It's still just assumptions. Now, things are getting crazy, okay? This is getting crazy. He got disqualified, and it's super weird because also nothing was like bad. Like, it didn't look like he stream snipe. Even if you stream snipe, like, it's the streamer's fault. And also Matt made sure that he couldn't even stream snipe him. Anyways, now to top all things off, okay? This was not me, but there were some crazy detectives there. Wolf played a shiny Flutter main caught in a timer ball at NAIC. And this David guy also had a shiny Flutter main that was caught in a timer ball. And all the other mons he used were also the same balls from Wolf's NAIC 6. Like, what are the odds for that? What are the odds for that? So, yeah, obviously no 100% proof that it is Wolf, but it's like 99.9% sure that it is Wolf. Odds are Wolf could have given him his rental. Yeah, I think what could have happened as well is that Wolf would not ult that badly. If either it is not Wolf or if it's Wolf, maybe he wants people to think that it's him and they prepare for this team and then he loads something else at Worlds. So it's like a big master plan, I don't know. Or maybe we are just imagining things. Also possible. But this was the third ult, okay? Yeah, like the DQ and everything. It's like super fishy. It's not his Milwaukee team. It's his NAIC team. At Milwaukee, he played something very differently, I think. He played not Covered Cloak Lunala. He played Boot Bonnet. Like, it was a very different team. Yeah, I like, how did they get DQ'd? That is like that is the question I'm asking myself, because there was nothing that could make them get DQ'd. And they also, like, if you drop, you appear. So there has to be something. Yeah. Probably after, like, what my guess is, the same thing that happened to Oliver Askeling, but Oliver got asked way later than Wolf. The VR stuff, after day one, they asked him, hey, do you want to reveal who you are or you get DQ'd? And then he says, I want to get DQ'd, which is a win-win at that point. And then he gets DQ'd after round 9. Easy, right? Thank you, Wakyun, I appreciate it. Jason, the first round I lost to Draco Miss, the first game, and second game he outplayed me. I know that the next round is up, don't worry. I still want to talk about the fourth ult, because this is like no crazy evidence, but the 20th place, Javier Gutierrez, nobody knows him again. So same thing with like the other player, nobody knows him. He never played a tournament before, like no Limitless, no VR, no regional, nothing. Okay, nothing. And the team is like, it's one-on-one, the team from Jude Lee. And apparently people were again, with the Pokeball thing, that happened to Jude as well. But only on 2 months. So it's like, yeah, Jude Lee probably. It's like very likely, there's like no true evidence, but Jude Lee used this exact same 6 for the Singapore Master Ball League, and nobody really plays Terra Dark Fluttermane with that exact set. And like, also Untitled 891 is very sus for a player that has never played a tournament before. How do you have like 890 teams without ever having played before? You understand? So there are a lot of like indicators, but there's no 100% proof. Well, it's not cheating, but it's still funny that in my opinion, 4 ults were revealed on one weekend or like in one day. But yeah, like disconnecting when you are losing, and then also lying to tournament stuff and stuff like that.